parties must go through a cycle of more than one election. 1 election, 2, 3, 4, or 5, to define whether this party is growing or not. On the issues of our association with the Deputy President, it is very clear. It's a mutual understanding. And whether we are going to support him in UDA or not, that one depends on our own membership. Number one is that when we formed TSP, when Chama cha Kazi was formed, it was informed by decision of our own followers, and we have been marketing these parties. And therefore, if somebody feels that you do not you don't need coalitions, then that will be upon the leadership of a particular party, and that does not affect us. Us as TSP, we are very clear. The way forward is that TSP will be on the ballot. The same way na Kenya will be there and Chama cha Kazi. That one, there is no question about it. It is not whether we are hesitating to join any other political dispensation or we are adamant. The decision is made that TSP will be there in 2009. And this formation is a formation of like-minded parties. And it is clear again that we are going to approach other members. And lastly, there is always an initiative. An initiative must start somewhere. This is an initiative that is born today. We have started. The same way Jesus, coming from Bethlehem, started gospel in Judea. Today we have moved to Judea to start the gospel, uniting our region and uniting the nation. Thank you.
One question.
Yeah.
Maybe Kuria can answer. My name is Eric. How do you intend to achieve that? You have said that you'll be discussing regional issues. Yeah? And it comes at a time when Mount Kenya region is already divided. The leaders that you intend to speak to have already appeared, they have already taken a position. And you have said that you'll be having a remove 3, which is known for bringing the Mount Kenya region together. How do you intend to achieve that? Will you be speaking to your colleagues who have also taken a hardened position on matters which
a journey over 1,000 miles starts with one step. Already, you cannot go and find unity just there, somewhere in the air. You start unifying. That is what we have done today. In the morning, I was around TSP. Mother Karua was na Kenya, and Moses Kuria was Chama cha Kazi. Right now, we are 3. And we have said we are allocating ourselves duties, approach other people, so that slowly by slowly, and we have said in 3 months, you see us culminating to Rimuru 3. There are people who will fall in, others will not agree. But it is we have faith that we shall convince others, because this is a journey that we must work together. And lastly, so that these issues on whether people can come together or not, and they can work together. I want to give you a living example. We have the Pastoralist Forum. Pastoralist Forum is made up of all representatives from pastoralist communities. They are elected from different parties: ODM, Jubilee, Na Kenya, Ford Kenya. But whenever they are elected to parliament, they agree to work together. And even that forum is recognized by the government. What we are saying is that we are coming up with a forum, and we are not ashamed of that, a Mount Kenya forum, political party forum, that will speak issues Mount Kenya. At the same time, we are here in our capacity as national leaders, in our capacity as leaders of our communities, in our capacity as leaders of our political parties.
Yes, just before you leave, to be very clear, if anybody wants to engage the Mount Kenya region, you're saying they will have to engage you as different political parties, and not to tell you to hold one political party. And question number 2, does it mean that now you're seeking the unity of Mount Kenya, you first of all vacate any other thing that has been said before, including support for any candidate, before you first of all come together?
My friend, we can chew the gum and scale the stairs. We can at the same time continue with our forum as Mount Kenya region and engage other leaders. In fact, you are giving me a question. You are giving me a question and an answer. You have those things going together. Moses.
Clarity.
Is that okay? Have I clarified?
No, you have not.
You know the issue, the press.
Is that meant for them to?
You know what you want, eh? You want to make your own headlines, not what we are telling you. We have not come here to discuss William Ruto, Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta. We have an agenda. Now you want to divert us from our agenda to what you want to hear. Our agenda is very clear. We have come here, we have a caucus, and the journey has begun now. So the issues of William Ruto, Raila Odinga, Musalia Mudavadi, not arising from this forum.
At the time when the deputy...
Well, I don't know about Senator Murkomen, but I had a discussion yesterday with Senator Kangata. I think he's going to call a press conference to clarify that himself, that he was largely quoted out of context. But let us put a summary to all this discussion. First of all, I have profound respect for the fact that since 2006, the Honorable Martha Karua has maintained NARC Kenya as a going concern, as a party. We are talking about 16 years. That has not stopped Martha Karua from engaging with other leaders. And that is on the basis we are here today. You know, the shelf life of Kenyan political parties has been very short. And what we are saying is that now we want to build parties as institutions for posterity. And that includes the UDA. I believe that is the mission of UDA, is to create parties that can be able to outlive us as leaders. And you know, some people have got a history of killing parties. Every party they touch dies. So we want to make a difference by ensuring that our parties survive for future generations. As to whether we are going to work with certain leaders, this is a discussion that is neither here nor there. What we are saying, our primary mission here is to look at the interest of our region first of all, because every leader comes from a particular region. And you are taking me where I didn't want us to go. But if you are thinking about that direction, let me take you to Mombasa, which I didn't want really to take you there. You saw the meeting that was in State House, Mombasa, where 60% of the leaders who were in that meeting are from one region. The Honorable Paranya, the Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, and the Honorable Moses Wetangula. And because the president cannot be said to come from a particular region, so he's a symbol of national unity, our region was not represented. Is that fair? And how come you guys do not complain? But when we meet as Mount Kenya, because that was a tribal meeting of Western region, you know, with some sprinkling of some leaders from other regions here and there. Did you see anybody from Mount Kenya region? No. Actually, that is what triggered us. How can you parade leaders from other regions, and our region, which has got deeply vested interest, was not represented? So you may be looking for trouble where it is not. We are seeing trouble elsewhere. It's true, I've been associated with the People's Empowerment Party. I took the party to by-elections in Gaturi Ward in Murang'a in December. We won. I took the party to the Juja parliamentary by-elections in May. We won. Along the way, we had differences of opinion and approach with the founders of the party. And I'm not one of those people who have to stick somewhere and start fighting so there is to and fro. No, you move on. This is life. Life is dynamic, my friend. So I'm sure you are not even also on your first job, are you? So that is life. So it happens, you know, that you move on. And so therefore now I'm firmly behind Chama cha Kazi. No, I am sure that they can make their own decision at the right time, but we welcome all members, including them, to be associated with their party. So that's a decision they can be able to take. But as for the meeting that was happening in Karen, That was clearly a meeting of the United Democratic Alliance, for which I was not invited, because clearly I'm a member of, or I'm affiliated with Chama cha Kazi. When that opportunity comes that we have a cross-party meeting of UDA, Na Kenya, Chama cha Kazi, TSP, ODM, whoever it is, then we are going to engage from that basis. There's no contradiction whatsoever. And it's not the only meeting I, as party leader, was not invited. I was not invited in Mombasa, for example. There's nothing strange about it.
There's only...
And for the hashtag that was going on today, clearly you can see the work of some cheap work of some agents whom we know. And I want to absolve the United Democratic Alliance. They have nothing to do with the hashtag. And who is manufacturing that hashtag, your guess is as good as mine.
So shall we allow this last one?
Yes.
No, but there's one clarification,
Yeah.
because it must be very clear. The clarification is that this caucus invites all like-minded leaders, political parties from Mount Kenya region. That includes, we recognize that UDA is a political party represented in Mount Kenya region. So we are also going to invite them to this forum. We recognize that Jubilee is also a party recognized in Mount Kenya region. We are also going to invite them in this forum and many others. Sawa sawa?
The very last now, because that's now the third one.
I'd like you to comment on the of JP Central Kenya. He has the blessings of Vito God speaking. Let's comment on that. And then number two, comment, are we ready to see Mount Kenya region speaking one voice? Even being represented by one, maybe JP Central right.
I don't think this is a forum for asking me whom I can work with. That question is misplaced. Therefore, I will leave it. But on the spokesperson for Mount Kenya, this caucus is not about creating a spokesperson. It's about creating unity of purpose. JB is a leader within Mount Kenya, and he is most welcome to this forum. Therefore, there is no contradiction whatsoever with what he is doing and what we are doing. And eventually, the Limuru 3 conference will come out with a lot of clarity on some of the issues you are asking. We want to thank you very much for coming out in numbers and wish you a good afternoon. Yeah.
Ati, unataka picha? Mother, wanataka picha. Wanataka picha.
Picha ya watu wa Mount Kenya. Yeah. Wako. So anyway, I think it has gone well. It's good. Yeah. It's a beginning. It's a beginning. Tutaendelea. Na hata hiyo kugusa hiyo ya kule maji ya chumvi. Atafurahia. Tutamwasha kidogo. Haya, asante.
Kiama. Ini kana. Ini mana? Ini mana kata? Moses. Nama anak. Moses.